It was handed this contract. I want to find out, why is it being handed to one company without auction? And then why were different companies not allowed to bid for the contract if any opportunity like that was not given? What is the track record of a company that was formed less than a week before President?
On the strategic policy decision of government. And it is born out of, as I indicated, our past experiences. And that is why we chose not to auction it. I'm sure the finance minister would have been happy if we had sold it off.
All right, Abusia, Mamina Kwabadeba, Laves TV, Africa Song. We are part of K-Lover Media. Subscribe to the channel for us. Now, and then come here, the brand and all thing. And talk what KCB cost social media no so no thing. Manasseh Azure ne kofa ba you Charlie. Say Owana Jay who flyer near the say the communication ministry together with the information ministry on my press briefing. Na agenda na say this Ghana you 5G network. Nti na say the communication ministry through the information ministry omutumi be check Ghana for contract in the Senate sa 5G ya yekui 4G ne kra na amanfo beble amanfo do na complain he say enya active but as I see to me koyenim into botai see the communication ministry ne so no na so omutumi de baba to Ghana for nyina anim just say ubia ye warm up train e wan hu say Manasseh Azure de beto on social media platform no say hwe sa 5G network company aban no ede contract ne mom no abusia 1 week to the president's approval and forming that company no not just say Manasseh Azure so on tiase enti journalists abekọ sa press briefing no samoko a nkubisa ehun asem journalists no so they will say yo Ebane saying na madam a whole ministry na Ghana digitization aban money susu no fine here na mo be ma contract na contract no company mo de contract no man no say be ya Ghana 5G ebitimi enya no say na be ya internet service na be faster 1 week to the president approval na forming that company no as chair saying and answer Jofo bisa Ursula Owusu Ursula so nya abotre echechem na utie Ursula sama woka Ursula Owusu say for the past record enime bi akoso ntino enti na omama obi amebede for the contract no mu hwe mu hu say company back a neutral company bitimi aye Manasseh Azure about respond but the yenti question a journalist two journalists any bisa question no e biti baako obia na afia ba biti madam Ursula Owusu ne respond na manfo asha say bash madam Ursula Owusu including Manasseh Azure.
And if there are any follow-ups we'll take.
Good morning.
Yes.
I'm Kenneth. I work with Joy News. Okay. So there's some follow-up questions to the first gentleman. So, concerning the company that was allegedly formed a week before it was handed this contract, I want to find out, why is it being handed to one company without auction? And then why were different companies not allowed to bid for the contract if any opportunity like that was not given? What is the track record of a company that was formed?
We don't expect there to be any corresponding increase in the cost of data merely because of the introduction of 5G. A different service is being provided. If you want to sign on to it, you subscribe to it. If you want to enjoy your existing service, you do it at the rate set by your network operator. I expect that because this is a shared infrastructure, which reduces the cost for the network operators, they will transfer that into better service offerings and it may even lead to a lowering of the cost of delivering that service, which can only inure to the benefit of subscribers. Now, if individual MNOs had to build this network themselves, this is a very capital-intensive industry, and it is very expensive to roll out mobile networks, infrastructure. And that is why government took a strategic decision to use a shared infrastructure network company to deliver this service. Can young phone users access 5G? No. However, as I indicated in my presentation, we're working with Radisys to introduce affordable 4G and 5G devices, which are much less expensive than what is currently available on the market. And so it will be possible to utilize these devices at much less cost to access these new networks. So young phone users, it's time for you to upgrade. I will answer this. The second question and the last question are related. i.e., there's an allegation that the company awarded this contract was formed a week before the license was granted to them. Now, this is a special purpose vehicle. Once government took the decision that we would use a neutral infrastructure company to deliver this service, there is no existing neutral infrastructure company at the moment. So it had to be specifically formed for the purpose of delivering this service based on the strategic policy decision of government. And it is born out of, as I indicated, our past experiences. And that is why we chose not to auction it. I'm sure the finance minister would have been happy if we had sold it off at auction, collected our money, and moved on, without caring what impact it would have on the sector. Unfortunately for the finance minister, unfortunately for Ghana, we in the Ministry of Communications care about the impact of decisions taken on the... And so after analyzing the nature of our telecommunications sector, it was clear that if you auctioned the spectrum, only one or two entities will be able to acquire it. They will roll out the network at their own pace. And if 4G was introduced in this country in 2015, and we still have only 15% 4G penetration, and we auction 5G, within the next 10 years, we will still be hovering around 10% penetration. Is that what this government or this country wants? No. We want to accelerate the pace of access to telecommunications to every Ghanaian, everywhere in the country, regardless of where you are. So the best vehicle that the government thought would enable us to provide this service to all Ghanaians within the shortest possible time is to set up a neutral shared infrastructure company. And that was set up following the policy decision taken to auction it. And that is why it is a new company. However, who are the partners that, or the members of the consortium that forms NGIC? And I think that's where the conversation should be going. We have Ascend Digital Solutions, which is the only company I know in this country that is setting up and managing shared infrastructure, i.e. our rural telephony network, in conjunction with two Chinese companies. They are the only local company that I know of that are currently operating and managing the shared rural telephony network. KNET is also the only company that I know that is operating a shared digital terrestrial broadcasting platform for all TV reception in this country. That is what influenced the choice of these two companies, because they have proven track record in operating and managing shared infrastructure. They have also invited all mobile network operators to be partners in the consortium. So every mobile network operator operating in this country has been invited to be part of the consortium. The conversation started with some, and it's continuing with the rest of them. So no mobile network operator in this country will be left out. They will all own shares in NGIC. Other private investors who've also expressed interest will also be part of this consortium. The government of Ghana will retain a small percentage in this consortium. There is a reason why we chose this model. And based on our experiences with rural telephony, where the government rolled out the infrastructure, and the network operators are utilizing it to provide services in areas where they would ordinarily not go, we are hopeful that this would also lead us to, within the next 3 years, expand 4G coverage from the current 15% to 80%, and that will be a record on the continent. We are the digital black star, and so we do things differently. Is this infrastructure being set up at cost to government? No. Government is not paying for this network to be deployed. The consortium will look for its own funding, and I'm happy that they've chosen reputable technology partners that will deliver a best-in-class, world-class, cutting-edge technology for us. I'm not sure there's any network operator who's using Open RAN in the country currently, and NCA can educate me. None. So this would be the first time that we're using Open RAN technology in this country. In addition to that, the kind of technology that they are bringing is also scalable.
Me say na Manasseh Azure esamba back and I say, now pa, as I say, 5G is a huge national resource. You don't give it to only one person without the rest of us knowing, because you have power, madam. So what you mean? Na 5G network, a huge national resource. See. Na what they mark contract also they are coming pa back be anya we obasa what you say wanyade. Jack, also drop your comments, share your thoughts with us, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel for us. This is Lovers TV Africa. Updates be at the baby.